Hello everyone, I am Dr. Manzoor Sarmalek, eye specialist from Al Shifa Eye Hospital, Bahawalpur, Pakistan. Today I am going to discuss with you diabetic retinopathy. Diabetic retinopathy is an eye problem which is very common nowadays. It is one of the leading causes of blindness in the world. Due to diabetes, high blood sugar level in the blood leads to diabetic changes in the retina of the eye and leads to slow, progressive, gradual deterioration of vision. So, what is diabetic retinopathy and how does it involve retina and how does it deteriorates vision? Today we will discuss this topic. Actually, due to high levels of blood sugar, there are certain changes in the blood vessels of the retina. These changes appear initially in the vessel wall. Blood vessel wall, these are the arterioles which are supplying blood to the retina, and these are the drainage veins or the venules which drain the deoxygenated blood from the retina. So there are these are at the arterial level and the capillary level. The capillary wall is diseased by enlargement of the endothelial cells. Endothelial cells become diseased and these swell up, and the covering of the endothelial cell, which is known as the basal membrane, this also thickens. Thickening of the basal membrane and swelling of the endothelial cells leads to constriction of the lumen of the vessel. That means there is narrowing of the lumen, occlusion of the lumen, which leads to less supply to the area of the retina. Due to this less supply, the area becomes deoxygenated. It gets less oxygen and becomes diseased. On the other hand, capillaries, when get diseased and deoxygenated, these lead to disease of the pericytes which cover the vessel wall, and these cover the endothelial cells and these become diseased. So by the disease of the pericytes, these vessels become weak, and these vessels become weak and swell up. On other one hand, these are getting narrow. On the other hand, these swell and become leaky. When these become leaky, there is exudation and leakage of the fluid from the blood. This leaking fluid gets accumulated in the retinal tissue and leads to swelling or edema. And this swelling or edema leads to formation of exudates in the retinal layers. These are the exudates in the retinal layer by the way of this leaking from the blood vessels. And on the one hand there is constriction and narrowing, and on the other hand there is formation of edema and exudate formation. This all scenario leads to occlusion of the vision, because this is very sensitive part of the eye which is known as macula, where we can get best visual acuity. Whenever there is exudation and edema over the macula, we get these types of exudates and hemorrhages over the retina, and in this way this transparent macula becomes cloudy and muddy and occluded, and this leads to blurring of vision and deterioration of vision. So this way we get edema exudates. And on the other hand, when there is less supply of the tissue and hypoxia of the tissue, then we get the formation of vasoformative substance which is produced by the tissue, and this leads to formation of new vessel formation, new blood vessel formation by the action of these vasoformative substance. Whenever there is formation of new blood vessels, these are in the form of bunches, and these lead to proliferations over the retina, and these new vessels bleed a lot because these are new, these are fragile, these are immature vessels. So these bleed over the in the retina, over the surface of the retina or in front of the retina. So this all scenario, formation of edema over the macular surface, inside the macular surface, over the macula, hemorrhages, exudate formation, and new vessel formation leading to this bleeding in the over the surface, inside the surface of the retina, in front of the retina and the vitreous. This all scenario leads to diminution of vision. The vision becomes sometimes very badly affected. So this is a disease. This way may lead to ultimate blindness. So we advise the patients, every diabetic patient, to get his eyes checked every year. And if there is any problem, it must be treated well in time. At the earlier stages of the disease, we can halt the process by applying argon laser application over the retina, and we can stop the leakage and formation of exudates. And also we can go for retinal argon laser photocoagulation over the new vessels, so that we can halt the process. But if the process leads to advanced stage, just like this, then we need surgery of the removing the proliferative vessels, proliferation of the over the retina, and removal of the blood, and endophotocoagulation. That is a big surgery, and process is a bit complicated. Then we need that, and we can't get that much vision as before if we treat the condition at the earlier stage. So it is advised to get every diabetic person's vision checked well in time, and if there is any problem arising from the retina and the diabetic retinopathy is evolved, then one can treat it well in time by applying argon laser photocoagulation, or nowadays there are anti-VEGF injections that may halt the process of this proliferation and leaking of the exudates and formation of exudates and edema. So every diabetic patient is advised to get his eyes checked well in time, and if there is any problem, he must go through different tests, and if there is any leaking started, then one must get the proper treatment of diabetic retinopathy. So you will find this video very helpful, and I hope that you will share this information to other people also. Thank you for listening.